If I had to slim down my collection to one bike, it would be real difficult. The one that's behind me, for instance, is the first bike that I built from scratch. Like every bolt, I took apart the engine, I took apart every piece, and everything is painted and meticulously, gone over and restored. I mean, I used to build computers and fix electronics and just kind of tinker with gadgets. My name is Roberto Blanco, and I'm a senior creative technologist for Leo Burnett ARC, and I customize and restore vintage mopeds. I went with my buddies to Louisville, Kentucky, and I didn't even own a bike at that point. I just went with and borrowed one. I mean, I was just instantly hooked. I knew that I had to buy one, and I had to, somehow I had to get into this and learn how to do it. I've got about 10 bikes at this point, and that's slimming it down. Personally, I feel like you need to have at least two because, one's always got problems, so, you gotta have one to ride and one to work on. When you've got a plan and you got a moped that you want to build, you say, I want it to be this color and I want it to, have this seat. How you end up getting there in the end is almost always different than you thought you were going to take to get there. Working in creative technology is very similar. You've got a project you want to build, and you got something you're trying to create, and you know how you want to get there, and you're sure you can somehow. Sometimes you get halfway there and you're like, this isn't working right, and you kind of have to figure out how to do it, a different way that's going to work. You're riding, these basically like toys, and we don't take ourselves too seriously, and you're just doing it for yourself and for your enjoyment and for the friendships that you make. That's something that Peddy Cash, we've always been friends first and people we wanted to hang out with, and then moped club second. Quite a few times we'll try and come up with pun jokes and things like that, and Peddy Cash was kind of playing off of mopeds having pedals, and some bikes that have been created by the guys in our club are Petty Kruger and Petty Van Halen. Thanks to things like the shop, where you can actually get parts to fix your bike, it's really brought people together, and there's weekly meetups where people ride together as a big group. If you want to figure out, oh, I got this problem, someone else might have run into that problem too, and it's really nice to have a lot of people that have a similar interest in such a strange, small thing. People are also involved in the community in other things. Some people DJ, some people are in the arts, and so a lot of people support other things that they're into. So if they're into mopeds, a lot of people from the moped community might go to an art opening. When you build a bike, you're designing it from sometimes from scratch. You take it down to nothing, and places like this shop like Moped, you can come and get different colored grips, and you can get different accessories for your bike that are going to change the way it looks, and those are ultimately things that you have to decide. At the heart of the hobby is this want and this ability to fix your bike with whatever you've got. I mean, a lot of times, you see people with a soda can, at the end of their exhaust as a baffle, or you see people, create parts out of things that are, you could find in a junkyard just to get their bikes running. And that's kind of, I think, what's really at the heart of fixing the bike, is just doing whatever you can to get it running because they're just so much fun to ride.